I'm Jack, and this is Carter. We're Horacio's oldest grandkids. We are here to honor and celebrate our Lolo, Horacio Ferrer, loving husband to Faye, our Lola, wonderful father to his 3 daughters, Hazel, Heidi, and Heather, father-in-law to Rick, Patrick, and Ted, and caring Lolo to Jack, Carter, Owen, Ella, and Ethan. Lolo was born in the Philippines in 1942, the eldest of 3 sons to Jose and Marcelina Ferrer. He grew up in Pangasinan and graduated high school there. He went on to college at Mapua Institute of Technology, studying mechanical engineering. He first met Lola through his cousin, Esther. Lola Esther was best friends with our Lola in nursing school. Lolo took Lola to Dairy Queen for their first date, Big Spender, and from there, their love story blossomed. When Lola went to the US on a travel visa for nursing, they committed to be in a relationship thousands of miles away from each other. When Lola's visa expired, Lolo asked her to come back to the Philippines. He proposed shortly after, and they were married on October 20th, 1968. A year later, Hazel came along, and she and Lola went back to the US. Lolo joined them later that year. The 3 of them lived in Chicago, where Lolo found a job as a receiving clerk, and Lola was a part-time nurse. Heidi came along in 1973, and then Heather in 1975. Eventually, Lolo started working at Sargent and Lundy as a mechanical engineer, where he met many of his friends. Lolo, Lola, and the 3 H's made their way to Bartlett, where they stayed connected to Lolo's colleagues and met many new friends and neighbors. They became part of an extended family called the In-Between Group, made up of several Filipino families who are still close today.
Lolo used his engineering and handyman skills to renovate their home, where the family has lived for the past 45 years. He took pride in caring for his lawn and received many compliments from the neighbors. He also enjoyed playing golf and even one time put a putting green in their backyard. Although Lolo was a quiet person, he loved to joke around with his dry sense of humor. He was strict, especially with his 3 girls. If the girls weren't home by curfew, he'd get in his car and start driving, looking for them, even though he didn't know which direction to go. He even did this with Lola when she was late coming home from work. He provided for his family and ensured his children had everything they needed. Travel was another one of Lolo's interests. The 5 of them traveled across the U.S. on road trips, up and down both coasts, once driving in a tiny Toyota Corona hatchback. It was great memories spending time with each other and visiting new places. After retirement, Lolo and Lola continued to travel worldwide. As the girls grew up, went to college, and eventually married, we came along. Jack and I were born in 2006, 6 weeks apart. Then Owen and Ella came 6 months apart in 2009, and Ethan was born in 2012. Lolo enjoyed spending time with all of us grandkids. We loved to eat together and bonded over food. We all share his love for Lorna Dunes, or Lolo's cookies, as Owen called them. Lolo and Lola were married for 53 years. In 2018, we got to celebrate their 50th anniversary in Hawaii, a vacation we'll never forget. Lolo lived a rich, full life with us and all of you. We hope we keep him alive in your hearts and memories. Thank you for being here and celebrating his life with us today.